Khushbu Sundar is joining us on the phone line right now. A scathing letter, Ms. Sundar, that Ghulam Nabi Azad has in fact written to the Congress president as he steps down from the party after half a century, as he says, dedicated working for the party. He, of course, targets all of his attack on Rahul Gandhi, saying Rahul Gandhi doesn't respect the senior leadership. In fact, such is the situation within the Congress party that Mrs. Gandhi is just a nominal figurehead right now, and it is Rahul Gandhi who's calling the shots. Possibly worse, his security guards and his PAs are calling the shots.
Yes, I'm not surprised. I am not at all surprised that Ghulam sir has resigned for the party. I mean, you look at somebody, Ghulam sir, who has given more than half a century to a party, who has very sincerely worked, who has lived all his life working for the party, and today if he has revolted, today if he has spoken against the party, I think it's high time the Congress party has to open up and understand where they're going wrong. Mr. Rahul Gandhi refuses to understand. Mr. Rahul Gandhi lives in a la-la land where he refuses to understand and, touch the ground reality. This is the biggest failure of Congress. It's not Ghulam sir alone. Prior to that, right from me to Jaiveer to Jyotiraditya and many more other leaders, Kuldeep Bishnoi, and so many leaders we have seen who have revolted and walked out of the party. So this is just, the beginning of the end for the Congress, I think.
Beginning of the end, you say. Even Ghulam Nabi Azad in that letter, Ms. Sundar, writes that forget Bharat Jodo Yatra, start with Congress Jodo Yatra.
No, I say it's a Congress Todo Yatra, because you have people, where is Bharat Jodo Yatra? You look at the map of Bharat Jodo Yatra, which, I'm sorry, but then which intelligent person would actually map out this kind of a Bharat Jodo Yatra? I mean, it's as per your convenience. You have from Kashmir to Kanyakumari, you say, but you're missing out on the most important states. You look at the map of it. Gujarat doesn't even exist. I mean, if you're putting out a map which is your comfort level, where you can fly out easily, where you can be very comfortable, you have star hotels, and that is how you have been looking at the map. And Mr. Rahul Gandhi approves of it? I mean, it's crazy. Any insane leader will not approve of a map like this. You cannot say that I'm working for the party and say that I'm looking at my comfort level and I'll work accordingly. No. You have to be someone who is down on, on the streets with the people. Just for photo opportunities, you can't say that, okay, I'm with the people and the police are holding me by my collar and they're pulling me and pushing me. No, you cannot do that. That is not politics. Mr. Rahul Gandhi failed as a leader and he has failed the Congress. And that's why I say this is definitely the beginning of the end of Congress. It's finished for them.
Right. Ms. Sundar, Mr. Azad talks about how Rahul Gandhi demolished the Congress party. Is there any sort of resurrection that's possible?
I'm not surprised, because Mr. Rahul Gandhi refuses. See, when I entered the party way back in 2014, I had high hopes of the party. But 6 years into the party, I realized that nothing is going to change. The basic attitude and the mindset of the Congress cannot change. We go into the party because we were grown up on something of Congress, and when you enter the party, you realize that you have made a huge mistake.
Right.
Because Mr. Rahul Gandhi listens to the typical 3-4 people around him who feed, you literally feed them on inflating his egos. There's nothing reality. And I say that Mr. Rahul Gandhi lives in a bubble, and he loves to live in that bubble. He needs to break and come out of it if he really is serious about his political career.
Okay. Ms.
But
Sundar,
I think this is not the end of the... No,
okay.
this is not...
Right. Ms. Sundar, thank you so much for joining us.